when did you come up with the idea that this was the perfect group of employees to do something like this?
3 weeks ago. I mean, a little bit over 3 weeks ago. And this all happened very, 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 very fast. But it was all born out of us trying to get everybody back to work and trying to figure out a way in which we could employ people, if only for those 3 weeks, and give everybody a sense of purpose and dig in doing what they love to do.
And you directed this episode. How different was this? Actually, how similar was this to like when you guys did the Sunny pilot, where it was bare bones, kind of guerrilla filmmaking, like doing what you had, access to?
Well, that's what was really, really fun and energizing in terms of, we made that when I was 25, and now we made this when I'm 43. And in some ways, I have a lot more. Obviously, I have a lot more experience, but I have a lot less energy than I did at 25. And nevertheless, we have somewhat of an infrastructure because we had the entire crew working to a certain extent on Zoom. But the fact that it was remotely done, where nobody left their homes. In fact, the only person that ever left their house was me, and it's when I'm walking out on the street towards the end of the episode. But as I walk back in, I walk into my own garage, and that's not me on the other end of that hug. So we just did nothing. Nothing was easy. It was all, it was all just from the comforts of our own home.
How long did it take you to actually put all of these sequences together?
Well, from the time we conceived of it to the time we delivered it was 3 weeks, which is, I mean, that would be difficult to do on a stage. It was next to impossible to do from home. But again, it's just a testament to the ingenuity of the crew and the patience of the crew and the ability to turn things around. I mean, the post department, just editorial, the editors and the visual effects people. And all those machines that had to be built for that final sequence, the Rube Goldberg sequence, that was all done in a matter of 10 days. I mean, it's just wild.
There's a ton of emotional stuff that you get to unload in this episode that really will change the dynamic of the staff once you guys are back in the office.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Well, look, the truth is we've got a lot of work to do because we've already written the entirety of season 2. And we were shooting the first episode of season 2 when we shut down. Well, the whole world has changed. So I don't see how we can, even though we've addressed it in here, and I don't think we should do a full season where we're constantly referring to something that I think at some point all of us are going to want to put behind us. But we have to recognize that office life is different, and it's going to be different. And I don't know what it looks like yet. Are we going to work in shifts? Are we going to work in masks? Are we going to work getting tested every day? I mean, until there's a vaccine, I don't see how normal life just returns. And so we're going to have to rewrite all the scripts. Now, there are bigger problems in the world than having to get paid to rewrite some scripts for a television show. So believe me, I'm not complaining, but it's going to be some work.
And this has also been, though, a boom for video games. Like, nobody can find a Switch online. Like, nobody can, games are selling out left and right. People are learning how to play games suddenly. This is something that could even change the course of your story for next season.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, there are a few industries that are absolutely thriving, and the video game industry is one of them. And certainly the television industry to a certain extent is. However, what I'm finding that, of course, I never thought about, and I don't know that the general public cares, but because the studios are all owned by other parent companies, and those parent companies are in such distress that it does trickle down. I mean, Sunny is a Disney show, which is odd to begin with, and you would think, well, like Disney is thriving, and sure, Sunny is thriving because people are watching more episodes of Sunny than they ever have, but the theme parks have all shut down, right? So Disney as a company is in a very difficult position. As are lots of companies. So, it's going to be fascinating to see how this all shakes out. And I'm trying to stay as optimistic as possible, as I hope, as evidenced by the episode we made.
Definitely. And last question, you've got Caitlin in the house. You've got Charlie stuck at his house, I'm assuming. How come they never showed up in this one?
Caitlin and I discussed it. The problem was that if I was going to be shooting and directing all day for 3 straight weeks, someone has to take care of our children. So, you know, the homeschooling thing, that's a real thing.
Yeah.
And so she really took, I mean, the truth of the matter is this could not have been done without the crew themselves and the ingenuity and patience and work of the crew, but also that of the caretakers in the homes, right? So everybody's partners, girlfriends, husbands, wives, roommates, you know, everybody kind of had to pitch in to help out.
Thank you so much. Everybody should check out Mythic Quest Quarantine on Apple TV Plus. Rob, thank you so much. Stay safe. Thanks for it's a very inspirational message that we probably need right now, and I love the moment that I think people will walk away with.
Okay, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thanks, Damien. I'll
Thanks.
see you soon.